All right, we're live.
Hello! What's up, Internet? Welcome to Scalebound Episode 10. Guys, we made it. 10 whole episodes.
Running out of fingers.
Oh, no.
We got enough.
You're going to have to take your feet off next... Or your shoes off next time.
Yeah.
So
Take my whole foot off like a brat doll.
Alright, thank you for joining us. I am Sean, your Dungeon Master, as always. And with me are Ted and Celine. Hey, say hi, Ted and Celine.
Hi, Celine.
Thanks, guys. So, last time on Scalebound, lot of lore dump.
A whole lot. Yeah.
Whole lot of lore
Lot
dump.
of lore
These
dump.
people found out so much about dragons and Feywild and magic and the nature of free will. So that was great. And also the magic that sometimes a well thought out plan and a great calligrapher can bring to fruition.
And a puppy died 20.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
That dog died D20.
Yeah.
All right. Did I miss anything kind of important that you guys wanted to recap before we start going?
No, I just want to throw this out there. It looks like things are going well. I realize that YouTube is severely progressed further than Twitch's ability to stream in higher definition. So rather than streaming in 720p, which is what we always streamed at over on Twitch, and what we had been streaming so far, I have upped our quality to 1080p for this stream. Ooh. It looks like we still have more than enough processing power to handle that with a little bit of higher quality. So hopefully that comes through over to you. But you guys let me know if there's anything funky. Sound should be good, I think, as well. Played around with that a little bit. Had to turn Celine and Sean down a tiny bit.
Yeah, checks out.
Compress.
But I think we're okay. So, all right. Yeah, and we're in the Feywild.
Yes!
That's where we end.
We transported.
Yes, you ended with everything going black.
Oh,
Yes.
Can I say before we got here, or the night before? Can I say, because while Gary was copying over spell scrolls,
Yes.
can we say that Lionel was spending spell points to make Mike's Hard Lemonades to offer to the Fey creatures?
Absolutely.
I want to have them on deck without having to waste spell points.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, give me a, I don't know, give me a percentile. Roll me a percentile.
Roll for my cards. 43.
43. All right, you get like a decent size cask of Mike's Hard Lemonade stored up. So you got a big ass cask of Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Okay.
Enough to share with a group.
Fair.
Very important question. Did you use the original spell or the slightly modified spell for Mike's Hard Cranberry?
Did we buy a bag of holding?
We did.
Yeah.
Can I have one of each?
No,
like,
you can have one.
Instead of having one big one, can I have like one big cask? Can I have like two? So if like the big cask was like a magnum.
Gotcha.
Wine,
Yeah.
Instead of that, can I break that into two smaller bottles of wine and have one cranberry, one lemonade?
I will say you had definitely had the time and
Cool.
the funds to handle that. So yes, you have two casks, of Mike's Hard, smaller casks.
Delightful.
All right, I'll manage the bag of holding, especially since D&D Beyond has that nice new
Nice.
ability.
Oh, we forgot. You guys also met old Gregor, who has the magic item
The
shop.
magic shop man, not
That
the magic
you
man.
only where he will. You have to ask if he has something, and maybe he does, maybe he doesn't.
Oh, and we invented Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
We invented Dungeons
in the
and
world
Dragons.
of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. So
what was it? Imagination Investigations?
Yes,
Yes.
that
That's
was
the name
it.
of
Our game
I&I.
shop.
That's our game shop?
Yeah, we came up with the idea to chronicle our adventures and then write them into some sort of game that people could play to experience the adventures for the common folk who aren't willing or physically capable to go out and risk their lives in this dangerous profession of adventuring.
Yes, quite.
So we have a retirement plan.
Really, when you break it down, it's just about getting together with some good friends and having a good time and telling a good story together. And really, the rest of it, it's just dressing, man. It's just window dressing. Was that too much? Did I?
I like it.
Oh, okay, cool. I couldn't tell.
I think you're good.
Thanks. So
I was trying to think of a joke of like, there are no windows down here. That was not the intent. That wasn't the reaction I was expecting. In my brain, I was like, that's dumb.
I think if you had said it, I would have thought it's dumb. But since you presented it as, I had this thought, and that was dumb. That's what made it funny.
Oh, okay, cool.
In my eyes. Alright, so you guys appear.
Does
And
it look
you
different?
are. It does. Everything has a green hue, not in like a matrixy kind of way, more like in a everything has a green hue kind of way. Bright sunlight reflecting off trees with foliage thicker than any tree you've ever seen on the material plane.
Oh.
And like just the light cascading through that and reflecting off of all of these leaves and vines and flowers as tall as sunflowers as tall as trees gives everything kind of this green haze.
Now, Ferris, do you think that the sunflowers are bigger or we're smaller?
What
What
do I think?
Nature check, man.
All right.
I guess.
Also, we probably shouldn't be taking anything home with us, right?
I mean,
Definitely.
we're
not.
literally coming here to get our sister and her dragon and bring them home. We are already taking stuff home.
Yeah, but I feel like
something-
that's more. We're taking that back.
All right.
They took it from us.
Yeah.
Did
right?
they take that? It sounds like they came here of their own free will.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out.
That's
Yeah.
true. We don't know what we're heading into.
Right. So I'm saying we keep that as a very strong guideline. Don't take anything home.
Don't eat anything.
Unless it's like really tempting. Then maybe we think.
Or unless it
Sometimes
originated.
you take it.
Also, so you know how we're not supposed to eat or drink anything from here?
Yeah.
That's a conscious decision that we're making.
Yeah, we have no evidence that's true. We're just going out with it because it seems safe.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Because
Yeah,
I was like,
we-
what happens if we get them to drink something from our world?
Then they'll be less thirsty than they were
Yeah, I
before.
don't. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was just our
Alright.
based on the fairy tales and all the spooky stuff around it, and like maybe
story.
yeah, who knows? Like if we like have a drink of your lemonade, then it's just like cool. That's a binding contract. You can only drink lemonade for the rest of your life. I don't know. Like that could be
It's
what it
true.
is.
This is true.
They're weird.
I don't know.
It's true. Alright.
I mean, it's all couched in whimsy, but it could be. But I don't know. I guess just
Right,
just play cool.
right.
We'll see what happens.
Cool. Cool.
This is exciting. I hope we don't all die. That was truth.
That was.
Or sorry,
choice.
no,
Choice.
choice.
Yeah.
I get my tieflings mixed up.
Now, when he teleported us,
Yes.
was it to a specific, like he had a teleportation spell that would get us to a specific place, or was he trying to get us to Fairy Thistledown?
He was. Well, are you asking him that?
Yes.
Because I was in
I
character,
am.
but yes.
Alright.
I'm Magic Man. Were you trying to bring us
Yes, farm boy.
to Thistledown? And or is this like a specific spot that you have to teleport us to?
No, I transported us to the Feywild as a whole dimension, and because some monarch of the Feywild had told Gilly that our presence was requested, I assumed that they would
Come find us.
basically, or divert the magic to bring us somewhere convenient for them.
And there's no direct parallel between where we are now and where we came from. Like there's a Fairy Thistledown and it's like mirror worlds. Like is where we left, where we appeared. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah. Oh, I know
Or
what you
am I
mean.
overthinking it?
No. You're not overthinking it. I didn't understand your question at first. No, we are not in the same location on this mirrored plane. We have been diverted several hundred miles.
So we don't know where we are in relation to Thistledown?
That's what it
Not
sounds
yet.
like.
Alright. So which way should we go, folks?
I could climb up a sunflower and check,
Why don't you just fly up?
because I've never gotten to climb up a sunflower before.
Alright, live your best life, Gary.
Blah, 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 blah. Just pouncing up pouncing up the thing, comes back down, and he's just like, yes, it seems there is a clearing about, and he points north, and he's like about 100 feet that way.
Huh.
Do we know if Cardinal Direct, just out of curiosity, I don't know if this is something we read or if we would even know, if like cardinal directions even exist in the Feywild? Like if we were to be like, it's north of here, and people in the Feywild are going to be like, what?
Having never been there, you don't know.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Interesting. All right.
So, you guys start heading, I presume, towards the big clearing.
Definitely.
You walk, you guys are getting, all of your senses are getting kind of assaulted with these, with different kind of stimuli. You hear animal sounds, some familiar, some absolutely not familiar. You hear the moaning and groaning of trees. You see that the trees and the giant and like these giant flowers and larger like fruit trees and stuff all seem to be moving, but not in the same way like they would in the wind. Like they're all kind of shifting and moving independently. You smell pollen, you know?
Sure.
And yeah, you emerge from this clearing, and it kind of looks like a Beltane festival. You see a big maypole. There's a bunch of people dancing. There's music. You can smell food, and there seems to be a general kind of air of revelry around. And you look around, and you see that this place, in everything but scale, is an exact replica of Thistledown.
Okay.
But all of the buildings are made of some kind of natural material, either plant or fern or coral or wood. And when I say wood, I mean like trees grown into that pattern, not like carved out and like carved beams building a house. That is what you guys see.
Do I see Gilly anywhere?
You do not see Gilly anywhere, but you notice a bunch of different. These people are a varied bunch of races. You see elves that are a little bit more. I would call it like almost like moon. Palette, like color palette. They're almost like moon-y, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like they're the sun elf, or they're the high elves that are kind of sun-y, and then the wood elves that are kind of nature-y. These guys are kind of moon-y. You see a couple other satyrs. You see some centaurs. No ladders in sight.
Sure, of course. Why would there be?
Why would there be?
That's
You see little fairies and some gnomes, and like all of these people seem to be kind of reveling together in this kind of main town square.
Should we ask someone where the king is?
You want to go just straight to it then?
I mean, unless you had any
investigations,
you want to look around, do any snooping.
Well, I mean, on a purely curiosity basis, I'm curious to see what our farm looks like in a fairy place. Just because I'm curious, is there a fairy version of Lionel and Ferris?
Yeah, let's go look at that. That sounds fun.
Well, okay.
Gilly seems safe.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's been answering us. We could take a 10-minute detour.
Right. No. So Right. I agree, but I also don't know if there's like etiquette and protocol that you're supposed to like. You can't just be like, "What up? Where's the king? Let's go." You know, maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe that's how it is here. I don't know.
You want to ask Gilly?
That's probably a good call. Let's ask her.
So, Clint,
Yeah, Shug.
you want to do the thing where you talk to Gilly's brain?
Sure.
And we want to just get across. We're here in Fairy Thistledown. We are looking. We want to see you. But how do we get there? Where do we go? What do we need to do to make that happen?
Do we go right to the king? Where is the king? Etc.
All right.
Kindly, sincerely, yours.
Glint turns that into a 25 or less word message.
So skilled in this.
Waits for a second.
Shorthand.
Pop that. All right. She says that the party is for you.
Ooh.
So if you really go up to anyone and tell them they'll bring you over to us,
Oh.
She says they're in Ferris's meditation spot,
Oh, wow.
but don't come alone.
Don't come alone?
Yeah, it seemed like she wanted, like,
Well, we should have a ferry escort.
something like
Oh,
that.
I see.
Should we start handing out business cards?
I mean,
I would love to, but I don't have hands.
Alright. I'm just gonna go up to someone then.
well, yeah,
Oh,
so no,
yeah,
we
right.
could definitely. I feel like we have done a very good job at crafting these business cards.
Yeah?
We also don't want to necessarily unknowingly force a ton of people into our.
No! I'm not talking about going out and just being like, business card, business card.
That's
business
what.
card.
That's how I
No,
interpret
just
it.
like pick one person, be like, oi, can you bring us to the king?
Well, do you wanna
We
go-
are the
do you wanna
Strongheart
go-
Boys
do you-
of fill in the blank investigations.
Well, we could go try to find us, or
If there is us.
or do you want to go see if there's like a fairy version of Fern? You know you do. I know you do.
I feel like that's a dangerous game.
The most dangerous.
Because
Game.
then almost feels like chicken.
Glint pulls out a gun.
You want to see if there's a mum?
Yeah, I mean
See if
that's
there's a
fine.
fairy mum.
That's probably safer.
Yeah.
But I mean, work up your chops here with Fairy Fern, where literal lives might be on the line, and then you can go back and just be like, "Oh, I got this. I've done this already.
Alright.
I know how I messed up. I offered her a business card and got her into some sort of weird Fey deal. Like I figured it out."
So, I'm not gonna seek her out. But should I find her?
Alright,
Should we stumble upon her? See what happens.
All right, fine. We're gonna go look for a fairy version of Mom.
All right. So you guys, are you heading to your family farm, or are you heading into the main?
Sounds like we're heading to our family
Yeah. I
farm.
feel like
Okay,
it's
cool.
good. Is that like too super far away from where the festival?
It would.
Would be?
I think I said it would take you about half a day to walk from one to the other.
Okay.
I think that's what I said. Your farm was about half a day's walk from Thistledown.
Okay.
So so you can start heading that direction. You'll get there.
Watching nobody's gonna be there. We're gonna have to walk all the way back to
I
find
mean,
a guide.
that's entirely possible.
It's very possible. Anyway, it's very possible.
Ah!
All right.
You don't get inspiration for that. So
Ew.
you guys,
Right.
you start to head towards Strongheart Farms, and Ferris, you will notice that it seems like, and I mentioned before that it was Thistledown in all but scale. Like sometimes the scale was off. You are noticing that has happened on your walk back to your farm too.
Oh,
there are
okay.
large hills that would take you, 25, 30 minutes to walk over, and you're noticing that you're like stepping over them as like little knolls.
Oh,
The spatial distance between these two seems to have been shrunk down, and you get there in about 20 minutes.
Oh.
You're outside your farm. It is all made of moss. You see moss covering everything. And outside, sitting on a rocking chair, seems to be made out of tulips. You see a little Eladrin. You see an elf. One of the moon kind of elf people. This one is a little younger. You would guess like 17, 18 in like human years. Yeah, playing a harmonica.
Are they pretty?
What was your question?
Are they pretty?
Yeah, they're kind of pretty.
Is that a fairy mom? Because if so, I have conflicting feelings.
I feel like there's a complex name for that, but I'm not sure what it is. No, I feel like I don't know. We can add. I'm gonna say probably don't go. Are you our fairy mom? Don't probably start with that
It's not
because I feel like that could also.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Excuse
Whoa.
me. I'm sorry to
Hey.
interrupt your music playing, Are we?
I just
Yeah.
asked you that.
I
But
think
who are them?
they are we.
They are
For
we?
we are them, I think.
You're Gilly's siblings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yes, that's us.
Yeah, that's us.
Guys,
Yeah.
we are so excited that you're here. Because she's been telling us all about you.
Aw.
Oh, all right. Awesome.
Are
things
you
are out.
here to see her?
Yeah, we were told to go into the woods with a guide.
I can do that!
Oh,
think
yeah, you
you're
can
the-
bring us
yeah.
to the king.
Awesome.
You're awesome.
Thanks.
Welcome.
All right. Well, I guess, yeah, follow me.
All right.
Pops up, reaches out a hand to both of you. Hi, I'm Jasper.
Lionel.
Lionel.
Ferris.
Good to meet you. And he pulls out from next to his rocking chair a cloth hat. It's got a bunch of different, like, kind of weird tentacle thingies and big bells on them.
Okay.
Jasper the Jester.
Oh boy.
And then he starts jingling down over towards the woods.
Okay.
In my notes, I have Jasper equals fairy mom.
Good to know.
Oh boy.
So you guys start walking
Yeah.
through. Yeah, you start walking through. This forest is much, much denser than the one at home, and
Okay.
it almost seems to be like making a tunnel for you guys to travel through. And it's really nice. It's there's lots of different vegetation. There are, you notice kind of along the sides of the path there are rose bushes, but the roses look like hearts.
Oh.
Aw.
And
That's
as you
cute.
keep going, less and less light is shining through, and you notice that the hearts are starting to become more and more anatomically correct.
Well, this is
And what
spooky.
started off as like beautiful like blue hearts, like by the end are
Oh.
spurting out some kind of, I mean, you can smell it. It smells like rose water. It smells pretty nice, but it is visually pretty gross. You start to see, more apple tree-like branches. And, like, I didn't know this, but apple trees are technically, like, apple trees with no branches on them are terrifying. They're the scariest of trees.
With no leaves?
Yeah.
You
What
said
did I
no
say?
branches.
Well, that would be scary, too, because then there's stumps. What's scarier than a stump? And then eventually you guys emerge. And then before you see a scene.
That looks
Kind of like
this.
this one down
Battle
here.
cam! Even though it's not a battle.
It's not a battle. And
Scenic cam!
yeah, and it seems like in this clearing in the forest, there's still like a kind of an emerald green glow around everything from the far off sunlight. And it's just like an eclectic mix of random stuff in a semicircle. You see crystals, crystalline formations, bunk beds, circle of mushrooms, a big bonfire lighting the whole thing in the middle. And in a semicircle, you see 10 people. Oh, sorry, I lied. 12 people.
Okay.
You see an older, kind of gray beard Eladrin elf, one of these moon elves. You see a duck person.
Okay.
You see and the duck person, very fine silks, nice doublet, trousers, deep emerald green filigree. You see a bunny person. This bunny person has like a tight corset and like a skirt that has like kind of frays off at the knees. Big sword by her side. You see a large, like boil covered ogre looking thing with one huge eye and one little tiny eye, and a big club by his side, wearing a doublet, just a doublet, but it looks like it was custom tailored to form over all of his like grotesque boils and shit.
Gross.
You see on the highest chair, it would be right kind of here, you see a large robed elephant person.
Oh.
There are two what look like dryad guards and two elf guards. And behind this big elephant person, you see Gilly. And for the first time, you see a red dragon
Samantha.
by her side.
Oh, wait.
Gilbert.
Gilbert!
Samantha was the girl, remember?
Right. Yes,
How
we
you
all
guys-
remember.
We all
I
remember
confused
Samantha.
the two of them.
You know what? That happens.
So wait, I don't know if I got it all down. Who'd I miss? I got old elf, duck, bunny warrior, large boiled ogre, large elephant person, 2 dryad, 2 elf.
Oh, Jasper the Jester goes and joins them.
Okay.
I think that was it. How many? Yeah.
That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Plus Gillian.
Oh,
Gilbert?
no. No.
Yes, Gillian Gilbert. Those are the last 2.
Got it. Okay. Does anybody say anything?
Gilly waves. And the Jasper runs up to the big boiled
Ogre.
ogre dude. And he leans down, whispers in his ear. Big ogre dude stands up and he goes, "Introducing Ferris, Lionel, Glint, and Gilly Strongheart."
Gary.
Whatever. I was close.
Lionel just, excuse me?
Yeah.
His name is Gary.
Gary.
Gilly's behind you.
Gilly.
No, Gary.
Gary.
There you go. You're crushing it, mate.
Strongheart.
Lionel goes like, doom, doom.
Ooh. And then. Yeah. And then Jasper the Jester's like, "Hey King, yeah, they showed up, and Big King waves his hand.
Is Big King elephant?
Yes,
I'm
Big
assuming?
King
Yeah.
is elephant. And the big Formorian who introduces himself as Harold the Herald.
Harold the Herald.
Harold the
That's
Herald.
Harold the
ogre?
Herald.
Yes.
Harold. The Herald. Love it. Do we bow?
I don't know.
Either. They didn't introduce
Yeah, I don't know. Just, we'll find out.
Gilly waves.
Did they like?
They're all
acknowledge
wait. They all
the
seem
hero?
to be waiting for you guys.
Oh.
To do something.
Oh. Greetings, majestic king.
You get a golf clap from the assembled.
We humbly thank you for inviting us here to your magnificent court, to see our beloved sister Gilly. Hi, Gilly.
Hi, Lionel.
Would it be alright if we gave her a bit of a cuddle?
Yes. Comes a voice from the hood. And then Gilly jumps down, runs over to you
Yeah.
guys, gives you guys a big hug. The dragons come in for a snuggle. Guys, I want you to meet somebody.
Yeah.
She waves over, and then flying over comes this little cat-sized red dragon.
Hi.
Guys. I found a dragon.
We've got a dragon like us now,
That's
Gilly.
incredible.
This is Gilbert. And you hear Gilbert say, "Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you all.
Hi, Gilbert.
Gilly's told me all so much about you.
We're very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Thanks. Oh,
Welcome to the family.
This is lovely. Why don't you guys give me a quick perception check? Just you two, not the dragons.
It's cocked. 25.
25?
Natural one.
Natural 1. Dope. This dragon seems cool. You notice 2 things that are a little bit different right off the bat. All other dragons you've heard of, seen, blah, 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 blah. All of the chromatic ones are one very defined color. They don't have, there's no
Shades.
There's no shades, right. The very tips of Gilbert's scales seem like they are a little bit milky. And you notice on the top of Gilbert's head is a tiny little black strip of hair.
Weird. Don't feed him after midnight. Okay. Huh. I'll have to pocket that for later. Because I'm not going to bring it up right now.
Fair.
Are you alright, Gilly?
Yeah.
Have you been being treated well?
Yeah, they've been really nice. I've been practicing all the things that the red guys taught me, but like I've been doing it because I want to now. And I've been working a lot with Gilbert.
But
yeah.
How are you doing? You've been through a lot. You need
I
to
have.
talk?
I've been talking a lot here. With Harold. He's been a really nice friend. Yeah, I've had a lot of time here to process things, so
Alright.
so that's been really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Alright.
How long would you say you've been here if you had to take a guess?
Oh, wow. Gilbert, would you say it was about, I don't know, 8 months? Yeah, it was about 8 months. We've been really looking forward to you guys coming to visit. And it's so good that you finally made it.
Yeah, I had a feeling. You've been gone for like a day where we came from.
Back in our world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot more to process. Harold!
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk
Yeah.
a little bit later.
Yeah, Gilly, why don't you go?
Anytime, Gilly.
Gilly, why don't you go have a talk with Harold over there, and we're going to talk to His Majesty and figure out where we're going from here.
Okay. Her and Gilly and Gilbert kind of
Can I
off.
Can I make an inside check on Harold?
Sure.
Just to make sure he's on the up and up.
Yeah.
Oh. 14.
Harold seems like a pretty nice guy for a denizen of the Feywild. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to get a read on people here because you're physically from different
Yeah,
planes
yeah,
of
yeah.
existence. But from what you know, he seems all right. He definitely isn't hostile towards Gilly.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So they walk off. Yeah, the rest of the court seems to be kind of staring at you.
Your Majesty, may we ask why you've summoned us here? Was it just to come get our sister?
He looks down at the duck person, and the duck person says, "But well, we got you here because at the request of your sister Gilly, she was feeling lonely, and
Nice.
she said that you guys were talking to her through the arcade art, so they wanted to kind of reach out to make her happy.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
But like, no, she doesn't have to go anywhere. She's perfectly safe here.
Right. I see.
Where she want to go somewhere else? Where would she be allowed?
Well, I mean, as long as it is right now she's under contract. You see, she has requested from our king safety and security, and he promised that he would keep her here and he would keep her safe. So until some future date or some kind of thing changes, Gilly is perfectly safe here, yes. And she requested to see you, so here you are.
Gotcha.
Right. Well, for your kind hospitality,
Oh.
I present to you a bottle of delicious beverage in thanks for keeping our sister safe.
All right. When you do that, one of the dryads and one of the Eladrin come over to like the guards come over to physically
Yeah.
accept the gift. and then the king kind of like stomps a foot, and then this dark person will go, the king has called for some revelries. He wants to celebrate the reunion of the Strongheart siblings. So yeah, we're gonna have a feast and some games and a dance in your honor tonight. Hooray! And then the other go.
Oh, hooray. Right, so back to the festival then?
Yay!
So,
And then they all start kind of the guards and the basically everyone but the king starts to leave, including Gilly and Harold the Herald. They all start to kind of exit this court situation.
Okay.
okay.
So is there anything that you guys wanted to chat with Gilly specifically about on the walk? Did you want to talk to any of these other weirdo folk as they kind of lead you towards this revelry? Choice is also there. He's been almost silent this entire time, just kind of taking everything in.
Sure.
I'm going to go to Troy and be like, how are we doing so far?
We have not been killed outright. I think we're doing wonderfully.
We haven't stumbled into any unknowing contracts yet?
No, so far you guys have been on the up and up. Yeah.
How do you suggest us getting our sister?
I'm formulating several theories as we speak.
We'll talk about
One of them is a very bad one, so we should do that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Keep working on it.
On
then.
it. So you guys emerge, and your whole farm has now. It's almost like everything that was happening in town has just been like shunted over to your farm. The maypole's there. There's food. There's revelry. There's dancing. You see some feats of strength. You see people doing like a javelin throwing contest. You see a bunch of people just chugging from ale or wine casks. It's hard to tell from this distance, but yeah, a general atmosphere of revelry and party.
Alright.
Yeah. What do you do?
I feel like we should figure out what the extent of this contract is.
Yeah.
Because we have our business cards,
Right.
and we would agree that Gilly is part of the people protected from.
Right.
Yes.
We specifically.
Yeah, we put in weasel
Made it.
words to make that happen.
Right.
So in theory, were we to give the king a business card, and he were to accept the business card, I can't remember if we wrote the language in such a way that it was retroactively absolving people from contracts they may have entertained.
I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
was.
so.
It
That's
was
how that
protecting
works.
them for future
For
future
future
contracts.
contracts,
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have the thought to make it retroactive.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Alright, so we can try to figure out what the extent is. So we only had so much information,
Yeah.
right? And it was like, she needed to be safe. And like in theory, this is a change in scenario. And that we are here to now be the ones who protect her and take her home.
Right.
So you could make the argument maybe that circumstances have changed. Time to take her home. I anticipate if we do that, it
She's
will
not
be,
going to be safe anymore.
well, I anticipate that if we were to take her with us, it would be something along the lines of like, prove to us that you can keep her safe, and then it's a fight, or it's a
Yeah.
it's a test of wits, or
Whatever, maybe.
drinking, pissing contest. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
That would be my
If
guess.
it's a pissing contest, tag me in. I have a stream like you wouldn't believe. Sometimes when I pee, my back half goes off the ground.
Yeah, I feel like
Good.
that was too much information, you think?
Thank you.
It's also clear.
Anyway,
Does it sparkle like the rest of you?
I think we're still continuing the too much information here. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. We can scope out what's going on and try to size people up here with these.
Also, is he like the king of all of Fairy or just this
I don't.
region?
I feel like he might like.
Buffy!
Oi, Harold!
Oi!
Go over and talk to Harold.
Harold's got a big misshapen stein of ale in his hand
Yeah.
with little bulbs on it that he's drinking out of.
Hey!
You seem to be on the up and up and good to our sister. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, like the king here,
Yeah?
is he...
Man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he king of, like, the whole of the Feywild?
No. He's just king of the Unseelie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So does each different race have their own kings?
No, it's each different. It's more of a court thing. Each different court has their own kind of king.
How many different courts are there?
There's at least 7. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How far does his kingdom extend?
See, that's
Just while we're here so we don't,
no. That's
wander into someone else's
it's really hard to
territory.
explain because distance and
Yeah, it's a little wonky here.
yeah, it's a little wonky here. So like yeah, a bunch,
Very spacey-wacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, actually, I exactly know that.
Yeah. Alright.
Except,
Also, just so we have a clear picture of what's
Definitely.
going on in our sister's life.
Definitely.
Concerned
Pictures.
older brothers.
yeah.
Were you there when she first came to the king?
Yeah! It was awesome, man. It was awesome. Stepped right out of a tree with her little dragon buddy. It was dope.
She's pretty cool.
She is! Yeah. Apparently,
Yeah.
so, like, the king of the Unseelie court could hear her cries. I forget why. I don't really know. I'm not a king.
Yeah,
And sent her dream visions of, like, how to get out of there and, like, how to get a book or something. I don't know. And then, jumped right out of the tree. She was super scared. She said something about not wanting to be evil, so we offered to keep her safe here so she couldn't hurt anyone if she was evil.
Gotcha.
So wait, the king sent her dreams back in our world.
Yeah. Dude,
How do you hear her crying?
magically.
Oh, alright, I'm sorry. I'm just,
Also,
yeah.
Elephant Man, big ears. So
You're
could
right.
be
You're
that.
right. It's probably the big ears.
Probably
Yeah.
big ears.
Maybe it's the simplest answer.
No.
Yeah.
Dope.
Occam's razor, man. You know.
Sure, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Now, when he said keep her here, he'd keep her safe here
Yeah.
as long as she stayed here. Where is here? Is it in his court? Is it in his territory? Is it in the Feywild as a whole?
Well, court and territory are kind of interchangeable.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, is it? Well, court as in meaning like the specific presence of the people of like the king and his court people, or like just in his land is where she has to stay. You know what I mean?
I do. They're kind of interchangeable.
Oh, all right.
Like the people are the land are the people.
Oh, fair. All right. Well,
This was a lot deeper than I thought it was gonna get.
I'm sorry, I
But
did
like,
not mean
no.
to.
I mean, yeah. You want to talk more?
I know,
Wait
well-
till I get a few of these in me. I'll give you all the dirt.
Just on the level, since you're the one who's been talking to her.
So level, yeah.
Is she alright? She good? Like, what's going on with her?
Well, I mean, she's been through a lot. She
I know, we're very worried.
kidnapped, dragon best friend.
Yeah.
Walked through a tree.
I know that knife.
Was told that they were giving her a dragon to hatch so she would turn evil when it did hatch. So she's been processing a lot. And then we just started talking about, like, the nature of evil. Like, what is evil?
Mm-hmm.
Is evil a thing you are or a thing you do, So I kind of helped her through that angle. Like, as long as you're doing good, you are good. So
What?
she seems to be doing a little bit better, but, she's a little kid.
She
And they're so resilient, but they're so fragile.
Yeah.
But
My
yeah.
mum is missing her real bad.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But you can tell her that she's perfectly safe. That's great.
Eh?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
This is good.
She'll be-
Troy! Sorry, dude.
It's
this
all
is
right,
good.
yeah, this
But
is great.
Troy,
Thanks,
every time. Dude, don't knock over the maypole. It's for everybody. And then he walks off.
Yeah, alright.
This is a big centaur trying to climb it like a ladder.
So it seems like the
dummy.
deal was very kind of vague.
Well, yeah, I think
As
that's
far as
like
in,
kind of
like,
how they
yeah.
work. Everything is a
Like,
gray area. So
As
you
long
can-
as she's here, she'll be safe. So does that mean like once we take her away from here, or if we were to take her away from here, she'd be unsafe?
I don't think so. I think
All
it's
right.
that they're gonna keep her safe here, so that as long as she stays here on the Feywild, they'll keep her safe, as in maybe isolated from the people back on the material plane that are trying to get at her. But we took out most of them
Right.
that we know of anyway.
Right.
I don't know how much magic this guy has. He could also not be a king.
It
It could be like a title. It could be his first name.
That's true.
I don't know. I could be a king. For all I know.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Well, only you.
Wow, that
Who knows what our lives would be
damn
before
Ferris.
Yeah.
I had not thought that you might be a king, but like, yeah, if you
Could be.
are king, am I also king? Because we're kind of one, but we're not, you know?
Maybe it's like a.
It'll be
maybe
like
it's
that
like
story
a
about the
council.
4 thrones. with the 4 siblings, yeah?
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You like you would be
Yeah.
the high king, and I would be like a queen, but like not
I
like
don't.
we're married.
I
queen.
don't want to. I
Yeah.
don't want to. I
Yeah.
think once you institute a high king, that's the presence of a low king. So I
That
feel
is
like you
implied.
can't-
That's
you
a good
can't.
point.
You're immediately like demoralizing and belittling one
That's-
of the kings.
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like you get around it by having a council.
The strong arm.
Council of Kings.
That's. I mean, everybody's a king.
Start writing.
We're
on the
all
card.
kings.
Start writing on
I
the card.
am king.
Council investigations.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Buffy.
It's a.
You're sitting on my butt.
It's
on
a.
your butt?
But
I was about to say,
I am out
are
of
you okay?
coffee, and it's been today. It's been today. It hasn't been a bad day. It's been a great day. I don't know. Today's today. So yeah.
Anyway.
Today's Tuesday.
So.
Today's.
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays?
Yeah, Council of Kings is fine. I mean, if everybody king can be a title, it doesn't have to be a gender thing.
That's true.
It could just
That's
be a
true.
king. A Council of Kings.
It could
we
be a
have-
job.
It could
be
be.
a job
We could have.
title.
We could
Kind of
have.
is if you think about it.
We could have 6 kings. We'll just. I mean, Gilly's a little young, but still. I mean,
Yeah, one day.
we don't even know him.
Mum
Him?
can be
Her?
the Queen
Her?
Regent. What? Or the Queen Mother. There it is.
I don't know. Either way, Council of Kings, advisor to a monarchy, whatever,
What
something.
use. Anyway, let's get back on the
Right.
on,
yeah.
on the job here.
Correct. So, I imagine I really have no reference here. Maybe these contracts are super easy to get out of.
Well, that's
Maybe
why I'm
you
like,
just gotta be like,
I kind of
contract complete, sir. Taking our sister home.
have a chat with Choice, but I'm not sure how to do that to make sure it's safe. Like not overheard or anything. I don't know how wily they are in the here.
I mean, I don't know. So like, maybe do they lie? Maybe Choice knows.
That's what I'm
Did
saying.
they
Let's talk-
lie?
Maybe
Maybe
it's
they're
Choice.
like, maybe they lie, or maybe they don't lie, but they don't like have to tell the truth, which is almost
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
You know, they can like omit things. Or maybe this dude will just be like, we don't get a lot of people who are straight to the point here in this world full of whimsy, and I'm just like, we don't take our sister home, dude.
What we gotta do?
What do we gotta do to make that happen?
We could do that too.
I like that. Let's do that.
I feel like that's our kind of
That's our
MO.
thing. Yeah. So why don't we?
Well, first off, let's ask Choice to see if that's like.
Well, why don't we
Wise.
come up with how? Most importantly, what are we gonna put on the business card? What do we hand it
Well,
to?
that's why
Most important.
Dude, I've been racking my brain trying to come up with
So
something.
what puts us in the best scenario for what we're in? Do we want to be
Sibling retrieval investigations.
or like contract absolving investigations?
Bureaucratic investigation. Interdimensional legalization. Legal
We could
contract investigations.
We could just do like sibling investigations.
At this point, Gilly runs over to you guys, and she's like,
Oh,
guys, Gary, Glenn, I want to show you all the cool stuff that I learned with Gilbert.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Alright,
of course.
Awesome. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, that sounds great. And then, like, they all kind of scamper off and start like playing. Do you guys want to go with them, or are you gonna do something else? Or are you talking to Choice, figuring out business card stuff?
Let's just go. I don't know.
I'm gonna go watch Gilly do her magic.
All right, cool. So as you go over, you see Gilly. She's like, "Watch, I do this really cool thing with Gilbert." And Gilbert casts Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
And then Gilly goes and does a stealth check. And you can't find her. Wait, what's your passive perception?
21.
21. You can see her, but barely. Like, it's really impressive what you do.
And I'm just like,
you have no idea what
and I'm
she
just
did.
like, oh my god, where did she go?
Gilly, did Gilbert cast invisibility? Where'd she go?
I can't see her.
And then you feel a tug on your pants.
What?
Gilly's right next to you.
Whoa!
I learned how to do that.
I mean, you were always sneaky, but...
And watch.
What?
Gilbert, pull! And then Gilbert throws an apple, and Gilly throws a dagger at it. I didn't roll well, but that was using Gary dice. Silly Sean.
So,
All right. And yeah, with a dirty 20, skewers it, and with sneak attack damage, the apple turns into dust, and you all get a little wet
wow!
and sticky with apple juice.
That's very impressive, Gilly.
Right?
Gilly,
Yeah.
I learned some things.
you want to join our investigation company?
That would be the best.
Yeah, we
But
had a whole plan. Yeah, give her a business
Strong
card.
Heart Siblings Investigations.
You guys got cards?
We did.
Yeah, we.
Ooh,
yeah.
business cards. It's so fancy, especially when you're starting off a new business. But it
We-
sounds like a good investment.
So now she accepted the business card. Does that protect her from contracts?
No,
further
it
future
protects-
contracts
From contracts that we put on her.
Yes.
that we put on her. Okay.
No, you
That-
are now protected from contracts
that
that
she
she would
puts
put
on
on
us.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
You are
Okay.
protected from your sister.
Listen, we don't know.
You
Yeah,
don't
well,
know. That
Might
could
not even
a
be
great
her.
idea.
Honestly.
What? Could be a changeling.
Yeah,
Could be.
Whatever. I don't have time to deal with that. Let's go talk to this king. I'm in it for straightforward. So far, anytime you and I have said, what should we do? And we like dance around a topic for a while. And then we ultimately just dance around the topic where we come back to it and we say, you know what? Let's just go do this straightforward head-on thing. And then we do it. So what I'm proposing is let's just cut out all the back and forth and just go do the thing.
That's fair. We usually
That's what I'm saying. We just...
do the turn ourselves around part. of
I don't know
the
if that's such a
instead
good
of putting
idea.
the thing.
Then we got to convince each other why it's such a good idea. Let's
That's
just
true.
throw it out and just
Alright.
just hit it head on. Tip of the spear.
Sure. Where's the king?
You don't know.
Is
He,
he,
nev-
he's
he
not
didn't.
here?
He didn't leave the glade.
Oh.
You didn't see him leave the
We
glade.
have an escort with us.
Yeah. Let's go get Jasper.
Oh, Jasper! Jasper!
Jasper is hammered.
Let's go get Harold.
That's just you.
Don't
It's
touch.
you.
It's me.
It's you. I was gonna say, you did good. You did it.
About Harold.
You did it. You did enjoy it. You did though. That's nice. That's
Harold.
nice.
Have a good evening, mate.
Keep
Bye-bye.
on keeping on.
Harold!
Harold.
And you go to Harold, and Harold is tipsy. Harold's like, "Hey, you guys, listen,
Yeah,
listen. Can I be honest with you for a second?
always Harold. We're mates.
I am so glad that you guys didn't start some shit. Can I just say thank you?
Sure.
Can I say that?
Yeah, sure. Sure. What constitutes us starting some shit?
Well, you start to fight people.
Oh, we don't want to fight people.
Yeah, just not bad.
Oh, we just find ourselves having to fight people.
is bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. Because
Most of the time, people want to fight us.
Because they kill.
Unless
like
they're
that.
animals, then we're totally cool.
That-
Yeah, unless it's animals. We're friends
kills
with
you,
them.
and then you're bad.
Yeah. Cool. Where's the duck? The
Yeah.
You
duck?
see
Where's
the duck?
where's
The
the
duck
duck?
is over by the buffet, and the duck seems to be eating one very long leek. Just,
All right.
oh. Oh.
Excuse
What's your
me.
name?
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Deke. Duke Deke of Ducks.
Ooh, so fancy.
Yeah, thanks, but Duke comes with the
Duke.
title.
Duke of Duck.
Listen, Triple D. We
Ah.
gotta go back.
Yeah, Triple D. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to speak to the king. We need an escort, and everybody else is hammered. Can you
Oh!
just like we heard we're not allowed to like go alone, so we don't.
Oh yeah, that's just the forest will just completely just.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if
we'd rather
you
that not happen.
could just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we have some things we need to discuss. So I don't know if you're qualified to do that.
I would recommend waiting until tomorrow morning. The king is usually in a better mood in the mornings.
Understood.
He did ask. This was kind of like a gift.
Oh,
air
we
quotes.
should. So we should enjoy the festival.
So yeah,
We don't wanna
it was
disrespect.
just yeah, that was it.
I want to go see Gilly again.
All right, cool.
Gilly,
Yeah.
can I ask you a question?
You can ask me all of the
I
questions,
would like you to
Lionel.
be very honest with me.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you happy here?
Well, yeah, but not as happy as I was at home.
Would you like to go home?
I'm afraid to go home
Why is that?
because the bad guy said I would be bad.
Well, we took
And
care of the
I
bad
don't
guys.
want to hurt anybody.
Well, luckily for you,
Yeah.
Gary's been having the same feelings. So he's someone you could talk to and relate to about. And we did a lot of research, and I don't think you're going to be evil, my sis.
Yeah, we also took care of all those bad guys.
Yeah, we killed a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
pretty
except
much
for
all of
Glimothy.
them. Except for Glimothy.
He was
Glimothy,
nice.
Yeah.
he works with us now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
He made the cards.
He made the cards.
I should have known. He has excellent calligraphy.
Listen, and like, not that we're like trying to toot our own horn here,
Yeah.
but like, beep the fucking beep. We are huge in Mirabar right now. Like, everybody knows us.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Business is really taking off.
Yeah,
That
we insurance fraud, kidnappings, murder investigations.
You've done all of those things?
We've done all of those things. We've solved all of those things.
Oh, I thought you were doing insurance.
Oh,
fraud.
no.
No, we prevented insurance fraud. We
prevented.
prevented several kidnapping. We rescued all the kids that were captured with you. They're all
They
back
were
home.
nice too, some
Including
of them.
Samantha.
Samantha was my favorite.
They're all
Yeah,
back
she's
with their
good now.
families.
Good. Awesome.
We
You guys are pretty great.
we're on a roll, and we think that this is just the next in the series of stepping stones to our retirement, which we're already working towards. We got a whole plan.
And we
You'll
want
love
you
it.
there with us.
Yeah,
That sounds
you and
great.
Gilbert.
You and Gilbert.
I'm not gonna go anywhere if Gilbert.
Well,
Yeah,
that-
yeah. Of course, we
Right,
completely
we totally understand.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you guys would.
Yeah, if anybody.
Dragons vigorously nodding their heads.
So, Gary,
Yeah.
why don't you have a chat with Gilly here about nature versus nurture and all of that we talked about the other day?
I would love to. And then Gary kind of flies off, walking with with Gilly and Gilbert. I should not have done this to me.
You could have just made it Samantha.
I could have made it Samantha. Shoulda. So they start to walk off. There's all the different bunch of revelries happening if you guys wanted to participate in any of those, or you can just kind of you see Choice. For the first time, he's kind of broken off from you guys, and his normally very flat affect has kind of lit up, and he is chatting and whispering in the ear of one of the elves that are local. And actually, you guys give me perception checks.
24.
Cool.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Both of you notice that as he is he's pretending to drink.
Smart guy.
I was just gonna drink my hands.
Yeah, we have plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
Just-
and then what was it? Harold comes over and he's just like, "Yo, this stuff you brought, it's like my teeth hurt. It's so sweet, and I love it.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
And then you get the other one, the pinker one, and it just takes the little edge off with that little bit of sour. It is awesome.
Yeah.
Very chuffed you like it.
I'm chuffed too." And then he holds out for a fist bump. All right. Dope.
Yeah. I mean, we have a cask of Mike's Hard Lemonade. We have a cask of elven wine. We have several bottles of elven wine, and then some rum. And then also, Glint can make food and water for like 12 people or something stupid.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about this. I think we should keep up appearances similar
that's
to what
what-
Choice is doing because we
Yeah.
don't want to be ungrateful.
I'm gonna have
for
like
this.
one drink that I kind of nurse throughout the whole night, but make it look like I'm drinking and like refilling and like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
All right, cool.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, so describe to me these games.
One is like a rudimentary, like fair hammer hit thing. One
That'd be
is
athletics.
like it might be. One is like the fair game where you like throw a baseball at a pyramid of milk bottles and
Sure.
try and knock them all over. Yeah. And one is a straight up javelin distance throwing contest.
Also athletics?
You also see like people like playing cards. You see a couple people doing the knife thing. Yeah. Generally, just a bunch of stuff is a real bad idea if you've been drinking.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you see a circle of satyrs that are just literally ramming heads.
Yeah. Cool.
I jump in there, start headbutting them.
Hell yeah. Actually, you'd be able to hang.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the respect.
Yeah.
The fun folk.
I mean, I think so. We can only.
Are you joking?
Loki.
Or do you do that?
No, I was joking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
right now.
So I am not participating in any of those things because that
Fair.
sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I feel like there's going to be some sort of hidden contract.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to be like, hey, before I come do this is fair games investigations. Hi, how are
Right? I'm here to test your equipment to make sure it's all
you? Yeah.
up
This
and
is
up.
Fair.
yeah. I'm from auditing. I'm
Yeah.
here for.
We're from
For
the IRS.
from the Feywild Auditing Association.
You failed to pay your ferry
The
taxes.
FAA. Here we go.
We didn't know this was zoned we thought we had the zoning permits. This is fucked.
Yeah.
How
So,
embarrassing. For you.
well, I'll take this back to corporate. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, fine.
You'll hear from us in 3 to 365 business days.
Make a deception check with advantage for your fake a drinky act.
Oh boy.
With advantage?
Advantage.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Everyone else is all drinking, so you are able to very easily pass, pretend that you are drinking, but you're not. You even get a little into it. You start to stumble around a little bit. And as you are kind of doing this kind of performative drunk, Harold leans in and he tells you that listen, before I was being real serious, like
Yeah?
this particular king, Oberon,
Okay.
he real powerful guy, right?
Oh, well, imagine it's king of a place like this.
Doesn't help in fights unless all his guards are dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Just
the
this
whole
do
court.
nothing?
Whole court, he will wait. And then once they're all gone...
Even if someone's directly attacking him?
Well, yeah, no. If you
He'll
directly
attack
attack him, but,
defensively and like...
yeah.
What?
Oh, he'll end you, but he's let entire courts die in front of him before, because weakens the enemy. So then they're easy pickings for
So,
him.
he's not a very negotiable sort of bloke.
No, not really.
Like we can't negotiate with him.
Not really. He likes to be entertained. Gets bored easy, so
Oh,
putting on a show always helps.
fair,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
How are you still here if you know that, or is it just by word of mouth that other courts have died?
Basically, when you look like I do, you don't got a lot of opportunities of being a herald for a king. Even if I'm like that, they got to get past me to kill me. So, you kind of bet on yourself. It's one of those situations.
Sure.
And that duck person seems good at things. Well, less good in the actual glade, but that's a different thing.
Cool.
How long has this guy been king? Were there other kings before him?
The kings and queens of the fairy court tend not to age. So
So he's
I-
been here a long time.
I heard around 4,000 years ago, him and his wife got divorced over some kind of donkey man incident. I'm not entirely sure. And she turned him into an elephant person. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Where's she
All right,
now?
cool. She runs the Sealy court. He runs the Unsealy. It's not like a good and evil thing. It's more of a one-upsmanship kind of deal.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
yeah, any kind of advantage you can get, which is why he does what he does.
Cool.
All right, God damn it, Trevor! I'll be right back, guys. And he kind of shuffles off.
Alright, so if his wife hates him, he should go to her, try to get her on our side, and help us get Gilly. Because anything that makes him upset will probably make her happy.
Right, you're not wrong. I don't know. We couldn't even get to
Stir the
him.
pot a little bit.
No, I'm down with causing all sorts of marriage trauma, post-marriage, divorce,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, fighting and whatnot. But
Couple counselling investigations.
yeah, no, it's this is the best. This business cards.
Spousal
choice.
revenge investigations.
Yeah, it's all an option. We can't even get to him to even have a conversation without the forest apparently trying to eat us. I don't know how we're gonna find our way to someone, somewhere, anywhere in the world.
I'm gonna
here.
go talk to Choice.
I mean, we might be able to just be like,
That's what I'm saying.
Think
Can
about
we
it
just
real-
like speak to her? Maybe she has like, maybe they have like underlings that are like free to kind of roam. I don't know. You know.
I don't know.
Choice.
I'll
Choice.
I'm coming.
Mm.
I'll be right back.
Magic man.
I'll be right back, handsome.
I know what? I'm fucking under. What are you doing? What? I said I'll be right back, and I'm trying to talk to someone. Why are you yelling? Why are you still yelling? Oh. Oh, okay, God.
I know,
I was so scared.
Oh, I was leaning.
Okay, so what?
So this king here, he has an ex-wife who
Yeah. Queen Titania.
yeah, who's pretty ornery at him.
Yeah.
So like we were wondering if it was possible to get in touch with her, see if she can help us with our predicament, because it would screw him over, which would make her happy.
I believe we could, but I believe I have found one of two other alternatives that might be closer at hand.
Oh,
Great.
do you need more time to sort those out before you divulge information to us?
No, I'm fully prepared if you guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it seems that the two key points of the contract were here and safe. So the two options that I see before us are make them not here or make them not safe.
Yeah.
In order to make them not safe, we would have to hurt them, which I don't.
No. So
subscribe
by
to.
doing one of those things, it breaks the contract?
Yes, and then the contract is null and void,
Oh.
and they are free to do what they choose.
Can you just teleport us out of here? And then we're done? Because then she's not here?
They will be watching her very closely, and if she breaks her contract, like, that is kind of dubious, especially if she leaves of her own volition, because then that doesn't count. Like,
Right.
she can't leave by choice, so if she, in order for the teleportation spell to leave, to work, she has to be willing. So in order to do that,
So we would have to whisk her away without her knowing.
yes, which
In order for that particular angle to work.
I could do.
Oh.
I have the banishment spell.
You would banish her back to her where she came from, which would take her back home.
But I would have to hold concentration on the spell for a minute.
Right. To keep her there.
Yeah. And I think that the best way to do that would be to distract them in the court.
Do you think it might not be a bad idea to try to do that tonight when everybody's shit-faced? And the king's not even here?
Yeah.
Just like,
My only concern is that the king might be here.
He might be in disguise.
Yes.
you know,
We should probably
if we
be careful who
if we
we're
get
talking to,
all
or how much we're
of,
talking about. I think we've been okay so far.
I think you've been excellent so far. But if we get everyone,
Insight check to see if he is the king.
sure.
this is one convoluted plan.
18.
No, he's the choice.
Okay,
It's the
cool.
choice.
You can never be sure.
Yeah, let's see.
Like I said, the one time you don't do it.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying.
So, if we get all of our adversaries within eye line, all of the powerful people that we have met, and can somehow distract them while I
Oh, he
banish her,
said that
then
they're like
maybe.
performances.
maybe.
So
This could work.
maybe.
What?
We could,
What do you
they,
think?
they wouldn't be impressed by that. I was gonna say we could do a magic act.
Oh,
Where
that
we
was
make
the
her
other.
disappear.
That was the other thing that
We
I
distract them.
heard.
Have
Yeah.
something in plain sight.
The within the glade of the Sealy Court, magic goes a little wonky.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't leave. The unsealy court, as in the glade.
The glade itself.
The glade itself.
In the glade itself,
Yeah.
magic
And-
is a little wonky.
Does he ever come out of the glade?
No one has seen him outside of the glade for a while, but
Doesn't mean
it's
he's
a
not
land
here.
of deception. So.
Yeah.
You don't have. We could just ask him, right? If we ask him, "Are you the king?" He has to tell us, right? They can't lie about that. We just be, "Are you the king?" And he's gonna
Yeah,
tell
it's just
us.
like, it's just like if
So
you
he's
find a
someone
police
with-
officer.
Yeah, you just ask him if he's a
Yeah.
copy. How you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
They can't
You
lie
have
about
to
that.
answer.
Yeah. So we just go around and ask
Are you the king?
Hey,
Cool. No. All
how
right.
you doing? Are you the king? Just do that for a little while.
Good.
Yeah.
See what
Yeah.
happens.
All right. They can't
Absolutely.
They can't lie.
lie. Do you have any way to see through any kind of deception? If he's, I don't know if it's magic or if it's even magic that's on the level of which we can comprehend. Like to see if he's here. Because, like I said, if magic is wonky, I would really not like to banish my sister someplace with magic in a place where magic is wonky.
Oh, no, it's not like it
In
will
the
go.
glade.
It's not like it will go bad. It's more like something else might also happen.
Again, I also would like to not do that.
Yeah.
If
No,
I
no,
can
no, no,
prevent
no,
my
no.
sister from having, her skin turn into tentacles or her eyeballs turn into feathers, I would rather not have that happen. I would rather just her safely banished to someplace.
I can guarantee that she will be safely there. Yeah.
And the dragon?
No, one or the other. But the contract is for both of them, so if we
Oh,
break the
one is
contract
gone.
with
Okay.
one, then the other one is free.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gary comes back over. And he's like, so guys,
Yeah, what's up, Gary? How did your chat with Gilly go?
it went good. She seems to feel a lot better, so does Gilbert.
They're alright?
Yes, Gilbert has requested that we call her Bertie.
Bertie.
Yes.
Lovely.
So, Bertie.
Strangest thing. Gilbert says wants to be called Samantha. It's weird.
Weird, so weird.
It's short for Samantha. I don't get it.
So in the Dragon book I read the other day, there was a passing mention to I told you about the whole Shadowfell dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a passing mention to the possibility that the same thing could happen to a dragon in the Feywild.
Okay.
So them being here might make them
Well,
wonky.
it's been 8 months already.
Yeah.
I think there are the beginnings of that transformation happening in
So we need to
Bertie.
get it out.
I mean, maybe being a dragon of the Feywild isn't bad. Maybe it's not I don't know that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I just know that seems to be what's happening.
See, like, in my gut, I'm like, we were dealing with this whole spooky red dragon spirit in our brain. And boy, wouldn't it just be like a huge fuck you to be like, guess what? It's not a red dragon anymore. Sucks to suck, because now you don't get what you want. And I think that would be really funny. Bring her back. We did, but she's not red anymore. Ha. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine?
Right.
That would be hilarious.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Can't use it no more.
But I'd rather not, especially because we don't know how much time, like, we perceived her being gone for like a day, and it's like 8 months. We have been here for several hours already.
Yeah.
So, like, we took care of everything back home when we left. What's going to be like when we go back?
That's
If it's
also
another
true.
year and a half or however long it's going to be. We don't know how long it's going to be by the time we get back. You know
If
what I
it
mean?
works that way, or would we go back and only like a minute's passed if we've only been here a day?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Could
it
be
could,
either.
It could go. I mean,
Yeah.
in an ideal world, we spend all of the time here, and it's like we never left.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if it goes the other way, like, oh, it's like, well, we took care of the red, we're heroes, and now we go back, and everybody's like, what happened to the heroes that left? Now everything's in shambles, and it's all their fault. We have a good name for ourselves currently,
It's true.
but we might not go back to that. So,
So are you saying we should stay here?
no, I'm saying that I don't like how it's funky time stuff.
This
don't
is
know.
kind of annoying.
Don't like that.
But if we stay here longer and the dragon converts from red to whatever else it's going to be, that could be a huge win for us. Maybe enough has happened already that, like, we're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't want to hedge our bets for that. I would rather just get everybody home.
Is Gilly around?
Yeah.
Hey, Gilly.
Yeah.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I hope it's something I know.
well, Bertie,
Yeah.
did Bertie always look like that, or did she change at all when you guys came here?
Oh,
Like over
that's
time.
a great question.
Like,
She like
did
stares
were
at
her
Birdie.
scales
a little bit.
all red before, and now they're turning milky?
You know what?
Is the hair new? Like,
the
what's
hair
up?
is new. But you know how like sometimes little babies don't have hair, then they grow hair when they get a little bigger? I thought it might be something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, now that you mention it, the edges of her
in-
scales are a little white.
Out of character.
Yes.
And the dream we had with the red dragon face,
Mhm.
did it have hair?
No. It was just a skeleton.
It was just
a skull.
It was just a regular. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That was it.
That was great. I knew that one.
Yeah, you did great.
Birdie, I did great. And then she runs off.
Someone would be so proud.
Oh, Fern. It's been so long since I've had homework.
It's true. It's been a long time since you've been home. Yeah.
And she gets a little sad. Then she
Yeah.
runs off.
Uh-oh. So,
Yeah. So we have not a lot of options. Option one is we try to do this right now.
we
Well,
just whisk it away.
Well, we just hope for the best that the king's not chilling here. I mean, a handful of the people are pretty deep in their cups, so maybe that works in our benefit. I don't know. And we just pray that the king's not any of the people we've already met. Or
Right.
is like posted up invisibly or whatever.
Or do we go back to the original plan, see him in the morning, and be like, "Oi, how we get our sister home?"
It doesn't really sound like he's super reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think.
So
He's gonna
it
part
sounds
with
like
something
whatever
like
we're
that.
gonna do, it's we're gonna have to fight something.
Either that, or we make a new bargain to try to win it
I'd
back. But I feel like that's a
rather-
dangerous game.
Yes. I feel like bargains are not the way we want to go here.
All right.
We're trying to break deals, not make deals. So I think if we, I mean, so Choice can spend a minute concentrating to banish her out, which breaks the contract. We would just need to keep the entire court engaged in something for a whole minute while the concentration continues. And also not draw attention to the fact that either Gilly or Birdie is not there.
So what? If we say we're going to put on our performance, yeah, for all the court, but it's rated R, so Gilly can't be present. So Choice, as our lovely companion, is going to babysit her while the rest of the court enjoys our show.
I think that that's a great idea. I don't know if rated R flies in the Feywild where shit's just
Well,
crazy.
you know, it's true. Who's to say?
Right, I'm not. I
Who's to
don't.
say?
Who's to say?
We haven't seen just like random people just like walking around naked or anything, right? Just to like add context to that.
Yeah, right. Like, what's the? Is this a family
You
friendly?
see at least 4 satyr titties.
All right, so apparently,
And 1 centaur titty.
So like, age appropriateness is not really a thingy.
no, I wouldn't imagine so.
So we need some sort of an excuse.
She's almost
to keep
6
her.
now.
That's true.
It's true.
She's getting so big.
Yeah,
She's about the same size.
yeah. So I don't know. I liked our straightforward. Let's go ask this guy, but then Harold was just like, he is not reasonable.
Yeah.
So I feel
That's
like
what I'm saying. If we get the wife involved,
right, but we don't know how long that's gonna take.
that's true. Troy said he had 2 ideas. Did he go over the 2 ideas with us?
Yes.
That
One
the
was
safe
one was
and-
hurting.
Yeah.
One was hurting.
Well,
yeah.
what constitutes as hurting them?
I mean, making them
Are
not
you
safe.
honestly asking that question?
Like, what if I flick her real hard and she gets a little bruise?
She is still considered safe.
Nah, right.
You would have to make her unsafe.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going that route. And I feel like it's much harder to try and convey that the space that they're in is unsafe and is like she's a byproduct of being in an unsafe space. Other than like if we do your concept of getting this other lady to be like, hey, can you come over to his like glade court thing and just make it real unsafe?
Yeah.
Just like rain fire on some people or some shit.
Yeah, it's not
And be like, you call this safe? Null and void. We're leaving.
right.
You know what I mean? Like that's
People are running with scissors left and right.
Right.
This is
No way for a
unsafe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's an option we have, is not us harm her, but we find a way to make, we're outsiders, we just got here, and you let fire rain down from the sky and kill half your court? Doesn't seem safe to me. But who knows? Maybe that's safe for them. Maybe that's like every Wednesday. I don't know.
It's true. We also don't know what their definition of safe. Like, does it go by their definition of safe or her definition of safe?
I imagine, like all things here, it's gonna work in their favor.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, you know, they live in a glade where magic does funky stuff anytime it happens.
And the force will eat you if you don't have an escort.
Right, which what I would say is unsafe.
I would say that's very unsafe.
Like, if Gilly stumbles out into the forest chasing
Well, if she gets hold of the fairy alcohol or something,
a butterfly,
she gets herself into a dangerous situation.
or- yeah, right. That's unsafe.
It's unsafe.
But that just seems like that's just a thing they live with every day. So, yeah, I don't know. We got so it seems like we're pretty much down to banishment, distraction, or the long shot is get the ex-wife to do something.
It's true. Or if we get the ex-wife to try to steal Gilly, then she is no longer here
Yeah,
in
then-
this court.
I mean, there's nothing to say that if the banishment plan doesn't work, we couldn't then pivot to the wife plan.
But-
Like, as long
Yeah,
as
but
we
then
can
we
get the
would
fuck
realize-
out.
Alright, wait, what do you mean?
Like, let's say we go in the morning, like Choice suggested, and we do the banishment thing, and let's say it doesn't work, and they're like, you motherfuckers. Then at that point, we can use our exit plan to get out and go visit this Titania person.
What's our exit plan?
The way that Choice is getting us out. Well, like home.
Oh, do we get home, and then come back to the other court? Or do we use that to get us to the other court?
I don't know, either one.
Is Joyce there?
Sure.
Joyce,
Yeah.
how does it work?
Yeah, we go back to our plane and then we would come back. Yeah, it would be a thing.
Again, I will once again instate the time thing, because then it's just like, I invited your brothers here as a gift to you. Then they tried to screw me over, and we go back for a day, and it's been 8 months of hell for her.
Yeah. I'd rather not do that.
Long shot in the dark, it doesn't go south. We have Glint cast Sending
I was gonna say,
to Titania and be like,
can she do
your
that?
husband's a dick. Come handle this.
Can she do that?
He's stealing people.
No.
She's never met him.
Yeah.
She's never met Titania.
Just to be
Yeah.
familiar with her, which is not really the case.
All right. So banishment, distraction. What happens if we get caught though? That's the only question.
Then we try and leave. Which
Then
is,
we just try to up and bail.
what else? Or we fight.
Can it be an instantaneous bail?
Yes.
Which still leaves us in the predicament I just mentioned, where we leave Gilly here alone because we can't take her with us willingly.
But part of the contract says she's safe. So even they
I
could
guess
not
that's true.
they could
Couldn't
not
harm
retaliate
her.
against her
Yeah.
or Gilbert because they're both part of that same contract.
So they have to be safe. So I guess we have that working in our favor. Or plan C is it goes wrong and we do the stupid thing that we always do, and we just try to kill everybody.
That plan's worked for me.
It's worked really great so far. Breath weapons are great. They're a great thing.
Love it.
We convinced them to have a party tomorrow, but it's a costume party. And we made Gilly a sheep ghost. And then at some point, I think...
Are you planning to use the drift globe again with the
No.
sheet on it to
No.
to Scooby Doo the Feywild people? Is that your plan?
Basically, if we do that, one, it's a party, it's entertainment, we can say that there's going to be a show or something like that. But then if she's in costume, we can swap her out for a fake Gilly.
Where are we getting a fake Gilly?
We got
Also, how are
unseen
we
servant.
gonna
Can we make an
throw-
unseen servant?
How are we gonna throw a party? How are we gonna throw a costume party? We got nothing.
No, that the court will do it. We'll pitch the idea of a costume party. It's like
They
we
threw-
have this tradition
They
in
threw
our
us a
world.
party right now, and you want us to ask them to throw another party tomorrow?
I'm just
With
pitching
more-
ideas.
Yeah, and I'm responding to them, which is a fair thing to do.
Alright,
So,
what do you
Lion.
want? Well, then what you want to do?
I say we
What do you
just
guys want?
we put all our eggs in the banishment basket and we hope for the best.
Alright, so what's our distraction tactic?
And while they figure that out, we're gonna take our break.
Yeah.
See you guys in 10 minutes. We'll have more
Ish.
coffee and
Probably like 15.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, nerds. Welcome to Scalebound episode 11. No, did I do that too soon?
Yeah,
Little
we're
bit.
not. It's
Shoot.
not next week.
We're
yet.
back from break. Yeah. So you guys, we can fast forward. Say it is the next morning if that's okay with you.
Yep.
Everyone got a long rest. Everyone got all their stuff back. You guys awaken in. They let you have your guys' bedroom, like the equivalent of your guys' bedroom is the
Yeah.
equivalent of your guys' house.
Okay.
No bunk beds in this one, just lofted beds
Okay.
built into the wall. So, yeah, you guys wake up. There is a nice hot steaming cup of tea waiting for each of you, if you'd like it.
I have my clay teapot trinket that gives me fresh hot tea every morning, so I'm gonna use that instead.
Ooh,
Nice.
lovely.
And I'll just be like, yeah, I'll just like, I'm gonna use my own tea.
Cool. So yeah, you guys have this time alone. It is just you guys. Gilly and Gilbert have like their own quarters
Yeah.
that they went back to. So it is just your party. It is it's the
It's
party.
us and Choice.
It's you guys
and
and
the
choice.
dragons.
Yep.
Alright.
All right. What
What
the?
what kind of
are
a
we
show are we gonna do?
What's
What's our distraction tactic here?
Um,
Oh, I wanted to see if Gary had any spells I wanted to switch out overnight.
fair. Go for it.
That might be handy. Let me look at his spell book.
And same for Glint, I guess.
Yeah.
Element, chromatic orb, comprehend light, featherfall, find familiar, identify. Well, those are rituals.
Choice will say, I can provide musical accompaniment if that helps.
I think I'm. Yeah, I think I gotta stick with my loadout. I have.
Yeah, same.
There's nothing worth switching for. So
Yes.
we got to create our show.
Yes.
The next, like 15 minutes, or however long we have here.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I can do a handful of different things.
I can make darkness.
Well, I meant
Well,
like,
Gabby can.
there's a handful of different things I can do that could be show worthy.
Okay.
I will say that
That's good.
I'm the best at looking at stuff.
One could say you're good at finding things.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, if we can come up with an idea of like, oh, I feel like it's not super entertaining to be like, stand in my peripheral vision and hold up your fingers as a number, and I'll tell you what it is, without by looking over that way.
Probably.
It's not a great
Not
show.
a lot of people buy those tickets a second time.
Correct, but they only need to buy it once. That's the important part.
That's true.
Would you be able to, like, fake do like card trick magic and like
And,
be
like-
able to perceive like what they have, or like give them something and be like, hide it anywhere, and then you find it?
That's an option. I mean,
Like, hide it anywhere on your person. Perception. It's in your butthole. Know what I mean?
yeah,
Something
no,
like that.
I know what you mean.
I think rather than trying to make a show out of looking in people's buttholes,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we make a we try I maybe we try not
Are you good at throwing things?
I'm alright.
We could do like the old classic of a knife thrower.
Yeah.
Something.
I mean, I could do juggling. I could do.
I pick things up and put them down. I could lift you up and you could juggle.
I could do like 3-card Monty style situation. As well.
I can do athletic things.
I mean, I could do acrobatic things too. So if we wanted to do some sort of joint, like, thing,
Yeah.
lifting, acrobatic-y, gymnastic show.
I could juggle you.
Sure, It's an option.
And us.
And you! Or like, I goad you up, and you can, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could hide, I could steal things.
It's true.
I don't know. We still never figured out where we stand on if they lie or not. It's like I could maybe tell if they're lying. But unless guessing somebody's weight is a perception check. Because then I can start guessing people's weight.
You know what? I'm not gonna. It quite possibly could.
I feel like it's either a perception check or an insight check. That's what that feels like to me.
Fair.
Because I'm not.
I would say weight is perception. Guessing someone's age is insight.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna go with I'll guess your weight because it's a perception check, and I'll be like maybe I'll throw in an age for free. Although I don't feel like that's even fathomable in a place where you
Now,
aged.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do our different acts separately? Are we gonna do grand finale together? Like, what's gonna what's that? What can you do, Choice? Wait, you're doing things.
He's
Never
doing a
mind.
spell.
You have.
I'm trying.
You have your job.
I'm trying to make sure nobody looks at me.
All right. Well, Glenn's gorgeous.
Ain't I just?
So, like, maybe you could do like some prismatic light show
Ooh, that sounds fun.
with yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know,
Yeah.
toss you about.
That sounds great.
All right, yeah.
Or you could do like maybe you could do like an aerial show.
With
something.
me. Yeah, we could do it. We could do something. We could do some
is he gonna be
skilled
invisible?
flying.
Do we want them to be invisible?
Yeah, so our thought process is that Choice casts the banishment spell, and possibly around the same time, Gary casts invisibility on Choice. And himself. So that he's concentrating invisibly. Both of the concentrators are invisible, so that they can't be specifically targeted.
Yeah.
And then the three of us can keep the show going to hopefully keep the distraction happening, while Gilly would be in theory gone via the banishment, and the people that were responsible for her banishment are also gone.
Fair. That will leave you one less person making. Oh, quick! I gave them it would be one less person making checks to distract people if Gary's not there.
Right.
So, like, you can do that, but that's the trade-off.
Thoughts? And he can cast invisibility on Choice and then still be there in the show as long as he's able to concentrate.
The only risk is to whatever, like, me casting another spell is another random magical occurrence.
Right.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Sure.
Sure. So we need to think of somewhat non-magical. Well, won't a wild magic thing go off once Choice does banishment? So we need something else to be going on to explain that.
That's an excellent thought.
So that there's not just some random effect, because then they're gonna be like, oh, someone cast a spell. It's obviously not these blokes. Where'd it come from? Like that instantly gives suspicion.
Yes. Perhaps.
I could go into a rage and have my
Wild magic.
that thing that happens sometimes happen, and then we could explain do it simultaneously and just explain all the magical effect as oh, this is something that happens to me sometimes.
An exposition on magical, non-magical integration in combat and executions.
Is that what you're proposing?
That's what I would call the thing that Lionel just proposed.
Oh, okay, then that sounds good.
Does that sound reasonable?
I think it's great. Yeah, I mean, I could wax poetic on the different magical elements at work while you show off your cool random magic stuff happens stuff.
Yeah, we could do an exhibition.
An
or
exhibition or something.
We could have the audience suggest
while
different
Glint
feats
flies
of
around,
strength.
and while you either steal from people or juggle. Or
What I
with
think
the
I'm
things
going to
you
do
yeah.
is I'm going to go around and try to guess people's wait, and in the meantime, also slip our business cards in their pockets. Reverse stealing.
All right. This is a great plan, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
So, I'm exploding with magic,
Yes.
and then what do I do?
And I will explain what's happening. We'll see how long we can ride that wave, and then
Juggle heavy things, throw
yeah,
heavy things.
Would that be
strong.
athletics or
yeah.
acrobatics?
Athletics.
What would it count as?
Athletics strength based.
Yeah.
So if you're throwing things or hitting things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You got it.
yeah. I'll chuck heavy things. Hopefully they're entertained by that.
Dope. You can chuck me, and I'll aim at stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's give it a shot.
Cool. So you guys
Maybe if they
head.
like violent things, we can get some birds going across, and then like I can slingshot you at things, and you can take them out.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do like a birds of prey show, but with dragons.
Doesn't work as well because dragons are intelligent. So when we do the thing you ask, it's not impressive.
Oh.
Yeah. When you're like, catch the mouse, we're just
Maybe
like, okay.
we could do a Lionel of Prey show, and you can tell me things to do. Would that be more?
No, same problem.
Well,
Literally same exact problem. It's not impressive when you do things when I ask because you
I feel like the Fae would
understand
get a kick out
that
of
I ask you.
a magical creature making them up with a human. No, is that a thing? I don't know.
No,
I don't know what their culture's like.
not really.
Okay. So I'll rage and pick things up and put them down.
Dope.
That sounds good.
Cool.
Dope.
Try to rip trees out from the ground or something.
All right. So, you guys head out of your room, and Jasper the Jester is still there, rocking on his harmonica, and he was like, "Oh, you guys are up. I assumed you would want to see your sister first thing in the morning.
Yes.
Yay!
So you guys want to head back
Great.
into the glade?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be great.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Let's go. I'm so excited. It's just great. Gilly's been here for a while. What was his voice? Gilly's been here for a while, and like it is just so good to see her. So happy to see you guys. You know, she's such a sweet kid. You can't help but like her whenever she's
Yes.
around. So like seeing her perked up with you guys here, that's just been a delight. So yeah, it's been great to have you guys here even for that. And we got that free party. That was dope.
Yeah, it was lovely.
So free party.
Very appreciative of the hospitality.
Yeah, you know what? Not everyone is. And we appreciate it.
We appreciate your appreciation.
So, you guys get to the glade. You see gross, spurt, rose, water flower. You emerge, and you see the unseelie court in front of you the way you saw them when you first arrived. Gilly and Birdie off in the corner. Harold the Herald makes your introductions again. And then Deep.
Morning, Harold. How you feeling?
Great. And yeah, Duke the Duke of Ducks is like, well, it's so good to see you guys again. Welcome back to the glade of the King of the Unseelie Court. Yeah, so what's your plan now? You visited with your sister, things like that. With you guys sticking around, we'd love to have you stay.
As a thank you and a show of appreciation for you, since you, now gesturing towards the king, put on a great party for us last night, and we are very appreciative of your hospitality. So we were wondering if you might give us the chance to entertain you a moment in appreciation. We have some skills we'd like to show off. Maybe regale you with some tales of our heroics back home.
That would be lovely.
Thanks. You know what? You're lovely, my king.
Proceed.
Right.
Shall I begin
First-
the musical accompaniment? Says Choice, and he winks at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first off, I have this thing that happens with me sometimes. My good friend Gary, who is very smart in the ways of arcane knowledge, will explain the magical theory behind what you are about to see.
And before we move into the next phase of this, I'm going to quickly catch everyone up on what's going to happen now. So, here we have the scene of the Unseelie Court. While Choice uses the banishment spell on Gilly to transport her back home, these guys are going to try and distract everyone. They're going to be doing skill checks to try and keep their attention. Depending on how good they do, fewer people will try to notice that Gilly is missing. And we'll see how long they can keep up the ruse. So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is roll for initiative. We're going to do this in proper initiative order.
When I rage non-magical weapons, is that a thing?
I don't know.
making something up?
That's on you.
You're
No.
making it.
Your character stuff is on you.
Okay.
Your weapon is magical now, the pitchfork
okay.
from the thing, but no, it's not. One of the things you can get, I think, from your rage, does make things magic. Makes a weapon magic.
Oh, okay.
I think you got it to the one where it like comes back to you.
Yeah. Or I can tell.
Choice got a dirty 20.
Lionel got a 14.
14 for Lionel.
Are you doing the dragons?
You guys can do the dragons.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 13 for me, and an 8 for Glenn.
Cool.
18 for Gary.
All right, cool. So, let's do this right. So, Choice
Is Gary doing invisibility on choice?
I thought, yeah.
Is that still the plan?
I think that's what I was under the interpretation of. But
Okay.
if he's doing magic.
No, he's explaining what you're doing.
Yeah.
No,
That's
but
the
I meant
plan.
if Choice is
That's what I was
playing
saying.
a musical instrument and then all of a sudden
You're right. That's what. So like
disappears.
he's okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
let him do
Just
his thing.
making sure.
Yeah, I'd say don't do that because if he specifically said, "I'll start the musical
Yeah.
accompaniment," and then he's not there.
Yeah.
So, he is going to burn a sorcery point to subtle spell banishment.
Oh, perfect.
I don't like that. What is this?
This is
What's
the wild
happening?
magic surge.
So,
Oh.
yeah. So, you see that this thing... yeah. He, yeah.
Fake going to-
You guys notice that Gilly vanishes, and Gilbert seems a little worried, but doesn't do anything. And Choice turns into an orangutan and looks around, and he sees like a barrel. And he grabs the barrel, puts it over to him, and then just starts drumming on it.
Okay.
Is there any reaction from them?
Ooh. And he got a 22 on his Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot he was proficient in performance. He got a 25 on his performance check to play the drums.
Nice.
So, because that is your first round, 25. 3 of these people are enraptured.
Nice.
Now it is Gary's turn.
Cantrips. Cantrips you said are fine, right?
Cantrips do not trigger Wild Magic Surge, and I'm saying that like this turn order is going to be for your checks. If to describe them, you want to say like Lionel does his thing, and then Gary explains it. Like you can RP this stuff in any order.
So
this is just the order I'm making people do.
I
checks.
wonder if it wouldn't be a smart idea to have Gary message Bertie, so like Bertie knows what's going on and doesn't like start causing a scene.
Well, Glenn can just do that without doing it magically without casting.
Oh, because she has telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'll let her deal with
We can
that.
say because like RP reasons, Glint is doing that now.
Yeah, and I also I didn't say it, but we probably would have put emboldening bond before we got here.
I assumed.
Okay, cool.
It lasts for 10 minutes. It's not a spell. I assumed you did it like on the walk over here.
Yep. And it's on choice too, so I
Okay,
think
cool.
He gets to do it once a turn, either an attack roll, ability check,
Okay, cool.
or saving throw.
Good to know.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say Lionel rages
Mm-hmm.
so that his wild magic
Dope.
goes off.
So roll to see what happens. Give me that D8.
By the way, I have all of your trinkets listed down. I just haven't given them out yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm waiting.
Cool. An intangible spirit which looks like a flump or a pixie, your choice, appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. At the end of the current turn, the spirit explodes, and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again, summoning another spirit on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Cool. So, that happens, like, magical flump appears. And Gary takes out a pair of reading glasses, and he puts those on.
I was going to say, for the sake of, like,
tip of his nose.
showmanship,
Yeah.
can he do, like, his whole, like, smoke and, like, his tattoos, like, light up so he looks, like, more impressive and magical? And, like, yeah, like, smoke kind of comes out like a smoke machine to set the scene.
So the drumming and fog kind of grips the bottom of the
Darkness
grass.
around us.
And Gary, with his glasses on the tip of his nose, goes, "Oh, well, as you can see here, now Lionel has dipped into his magical rage. He is so angry that the magic that we share together simply bursts out of him, this time taking the form of this here, Flump. And Flumps usually very, beneficent creatures, very helpful, but in this case, the Flump, and then he's gonna wink at you, and he's going to pick up like an acorn, and he throws it up in the air.
Grab the flump.
And you throw it up, and the Flump, boom, explodes. Now, Gary is going to do an Arcana check, and you're going to give me an Athletics check, because you're raging, all strength-based checks have advantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll for Gary.
Plus a D4 from Emboldening Bond, right?
Correct.
How many D4s?
And then when you get a second, just tell me what Gary adds to his Arcana.
Gary adds a 6.
Adds a 6. So he got a 16. So that is a fourth person who's no longer paying attention.
Oh, that didn't work. I got a 25.
25. That is another 3. So that makes
26.
7. Wow. 7 of the 10 are enraptured by this magical performance. Moving on to Ferris and Glint.
Okay, so Glint already has Emboldening Bond up. I'm just trying to think what kind of stuff she could do, if there's anything of interest or uniqueness that she can do. Okay, I got it. So what she's gonna do, so I guess what I'll do is I'll start walking around, and I'll be like, well, this is all flashy and interesting and magical, poetic stuff. Sometimes the best magic is the simplest magic. Magic of the mind and of intuition. And I'll just like pick random Harold.
Harold the Herald!
And I'll be like, Harold, I bet I can tell you how much you weigh right now.
Love to see that, bro.
And I will...
Give me a perception check.
All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that. Yeah, there we go. Let's tack on our D4 here, which is... and 30.
Yeah. He weighs exactly 847 pounds.
And I'll be like, 847.
Dude, on the dot! That is insane! It is Glint's turn. All 10 people are completely distracted. So if you want to do something else with Glint, like other than make a check, absolutely welcome to.
Check in with Gilbert.
Did that for free.
She did that for free.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't know if you wanted to.
If you want to RP it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm saying she's been like basically keeping him abreast of the situation the entire time.
Fair.
Mostly couching it as this is so that we can go home, right? Because mom needs to meet you. Gilly misses mom.
Definitely.
Yada yada. So rather, just in case there's any like hesitation of wanting to stay here. And then, let's see, what could Glint do? There's not much that she can do other than kind of what she's already got going on. So what she will do, maybe in an attempt to help provide distraction on the following turn, she will cast Spirit Guardians, excluding everybody here from the damage.
Okay.
But the Spirit Guardians, as everything has been for her, is mostly just all sorts of amorphous light. So
Light show.
I'm going to think that in her instance, in this, it's going to be with her clear, sort of reflective, prismatic, sort of, crystalline nature. It's basically going to be just a 15-foot radius of basically like light shining through various stained glass windows, just swirling around.
Nice.
So it is all of the rainbow light, and then she's just going to be like
Dancing.
figurating, whatever.
All right.
Dragon dance.
Give me a percentile.
All right, here we go. Percentile, where are you at? 1 place. Okay. 41.
41.
Oh, no.
Cool. So, yeah, I gotta write that down. So that happens exactly. She floats up. These prismatic spirit guardians come out, and she is able to kind of tweak the magic so the shadows, these spirit guardians don't have definition because we want them to be prisms, but their outlines almost mirror the outlines of the people here.
Right.
So they're ooh, and nothing. I just gotta double check that that's at the. Okay. And then she immediately poof turns into a potted plant and falls down to the ground. And it's back to the top.
Are there still
And they go
Spirit Guardians?
She didn't lose concentration.
You turn into a potted plant. You are incapacitated.
Oh, that might end concentration.
An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions. Doesn't say you can't maintain concentration.
So she's a potted plant.
So
with
she is
swirly
a potted plant who
It's
is
really nice.
woo, and it is very pretty. And I'm gonna say that will give you guys the help action
Okay.
for the next turn.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So yeah, back up to choice. Maintain his drum solo. Ooh. Yep. He starts to fumble as
Plus
if
a D4.
plus a D4. That's a 9. So plus 4, 13.
Yeah.
So not bad. It's almost like the music it's not taking anyone's focus, it is still setting the mood. No good, no bad. Back to Gary and Lionel.
Okay.
Did he benefit from the help action from Glint, or just us?
Ooh! Just you guys.
Okay.
Like 4 people benefiting from the
Yeah,
help action
that's all
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
That's all good.
So, I think Gary.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay. So instead of having it be a flump, how do the Feywild feel about exploding pixies?
You have no way of knowing.
Well, I think it's the flump every turn because you chose the flump at the start.
Technically, he chose.
You could change it up and be a pixie, I don't care.
No, we can keep it as a flump. But I was gonna say basically have Gary like kind of like Hogwarts like, does anybody have anything they want to see blown up? And basically do like a show like a
Cool.
like a poll.
Alright, cool. Gary will
like
do
kind of
that.
an explosions show.
If anyone would like to be
Or if anyone has questions about the
yes, anyone yes.
arcanic,
Arcane.
arcane.
the arcane have arcane questions about what is happening or whatever. Gary,
Well,
check
which
you,
one?
check you, check you.
I need to know which check to make.
Okay. What is it to?
Tell me what he's doing, and then I'll tell you what the check is.
All right, hawking me to blow shit up.
Okay, now, if there's anyone here who doubts the power, the prestige, the pure stopping power of that flump, throw something up, see if it explodes. Okay. He is going to. That was a.
With a help action?
With the help action, I rolled
Okay.
twice.
Just make sure.
Does he have emboldening bond?
No, he does not.
All right. So he rolled. I got a 12 on the roll. He's making a. Probably. I'll say it's another Arcana check because he is
Cool.
describing what kind of like arcane power this has.
Cool. So that's a +6.
That's a +6. That's an 18. So one person is distracted. And this one person, it's the Deke the Duke of Ducks is like, oh, I'd like to say that, and he just takes a solid like a pewter tankard, and he chucks that up. Mm-hmm. Give me an athletics check at advantage to see if you can. If you know that's not how it works, throw your flump.
Wait, why not?
Or pixie.
It just flies.
It just flies. It just does it. We're seeing it like, but that's not impressive if you just look angrily.
No,
at it.
I'm chucking.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. 2 more people are distracted. Back to Ferris.
All right. So I'm like, well, all right, Duke, you got your pewter mug blown up.
Well, I used to have a pewter mug, and now I have no pewter mug.
That is accurate. So I'm gonna guess your weight right now. Ready?
Uh-oh.
A little bit. We went real big.
Yeah.
Going to a duck. A
Oh.
little bit of a different change. Let's
Yeah.
see how we do. All right, here we go. Perception check.
With the help action.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, even better. Hang on. We're starting at 28. Plus 4, so 32.
Okay, so off camera, before all this shit happens during the break, I'm like, oh, so these are the mechanics that came up. You 15, DC 22, DC 30, and Ted's like, I can't hit a 30. Fine, it's a 25. It's 25. So that's 6. So 6 total people aren't paying attention.
So my point, internet, my point, to clarify, was that the only thing that I could hit 30 plus on is a perception check, because I have a plus 11 to perception. I was having a hard time coming up with a way to make perception entertaining. Apparently I'm good at it. So
yeah, with your 32, you know that Deke the Duke of Ducks is about 72 pounds. Hollow bones.
and I'm going to say, a little tricky, hollow bones, I'm going 72 pounds.
That's exactly right. That's do you have do you have a magic scale or something that you're? Wow.
Nothing on my sleeves. No sleeves.
And then at the beginning of Glint's next turn, boop, no longer a potted plant. She seems a little flustered and a little surprised, but she maintains concentration on her spell, and she...
Just gonna do more, I guess. I don't know. I mean... I guess she's just gonna be like, huh? Potted plant, now I'm back. That's impressive too. Still with the prism.
So she's gonna make a deception check?
Sure, I guess, yeah, or persuasion, whichever.
I would say deception because she definitely did not mean to turn into a potted plant.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. With advantage, right, from the thing. That is 15, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, so that is another 2. So 2 people are going to check. Alright. That's 2 rounds done. Third round. Backup choice.
He's still an orangutan?
Yeah, he's an orangutan.
For a while.
How long does polymorph last?
An hour.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a 17 and an 18 plus 7, 25, so that's another 3.
D4.
Well, he already got the top number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he already hit the 25.
Oh, okay.
So 3 people are no longer paying attention as the drum solo intensifies.
Nice.
Gary. And I will say, you don't necessarily have to come up with a new thing. If you want him to keep talking about, like, magical stuff, he can just keep doing that.
Yeah, can he just keep doing that?
Yeah, he focuses on the king and Deke. They seem to be the most magic-y of the people there. Yeah, and he'll continue to kind of explain...
Identify as a ritual. I can identify any magical thing.
Rituals take an extra minute. So he'll start trying to... he starts explaining, like, how your magic works. It's like, actually, there's a shared pool of magic between us, and as one is depleted, the other one feels it, but we both benefit from each other's strengths. So he's gonna make the check.
Have I been rolling for Gary? I thought you had been rolling for Gary.
And he rolls a 16. And you said he gets a +6 to
Arcana?
Arcana?
Yes.
So that is a 22. Does he get the D4? Gary does not,
No.
right? So 22 is another 2 people not paying attention. 5 people are not paying attention.
Okay.
Lionel.
Lionel's gonna look around. Is there anything that looks like it'd be fun to blow up or like would cause a big brouhaha?
There is on one of the bunk beds it seems like a half empty cask of the Mike's Hard lemonade is there. So that would certainly make a commotion.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to hurl a flump at it.
All right.
Make it rain alcohol on these bitches.
Are you throwing it at... so you're throwing the flump at it, or are you trying to get a pull and hit it?
I want to try to get a pull.
All right, cool.
I want to see if I can be like, "Oh, you!"
Who's over there?
The duck.
Oh, yeah. Give me a... Yeah, just say. Yeah, when you say, "Oi, you," he actually throws it pretty well. Like, he grabs it, hucks it up. It's got a decent arc on it. You can tell where it's going.
Okay. I was like, "Who wants a refreshment?"
Add your D4.
$17.
17 distracts another person.
Debating whether I wanted to use this to try to bump it so it's more people. How many people do we have distracted right now?
6.
That makes 6, right? Or is it 6 before her turn?
Oh, sorry. It was 5 before her turn.
5 plus.
So
Okay,
6 currently.
I'll leave it at that.
All right. Ferris.
Jasper. Go. Guess Jasper's way.
All right. I don't think you're going to be able to do this, buddy.
Ooh, probably not. Let's see.
Oh.
We're not on advantage at this turn, correct?
Correct.
All right. 2. 15.
With 15, you think he's about 120.
Okay. And I'm gonna be like the hat. It's a little messy. I'll go. What do you say? 120?
Yep.
Yeah, 120.
You know what? That's really impressive on 115. But like within 5, that's not bad.
It's the bells. Throw it off.
Clink, 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 clink.
Yep.
I get it. All right, and Glint.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna keep on
Keep it on.
flying with the spirit guardians.
All right, cool. Is she doing fancy flying, which would be like athletics or acrobatics, or is she doing trying to be more showy, which would be more of a persuasion?
Let's go with the persuasion one.
Sure.
Because that's a better option for her. Are you rolling or?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a D4. Or no, she doesn't. She doesn't.
She got 14 on the roll.
+4.
+4, 18. So that's another person. That's down 8. Seven. Yep. They are distracted for another turn. That's 3.
Okay.
Choice, rocking on them drums again. Oh, and the D4 brings it. Yep. That brings it from a 14 to a 17, so that's another one.
Okay.
Gary?
Gary is going to continue talking about magic, but this time he's going to start explaining how his scales are his spell book.
Cool.
And like showing off like glowing them up so they can see them, and like individual be like, well, this one represents this and blah 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 blah, and it takes this form and blah blah blah.
Cool.
That's what
So
he's
he takes a big hit on his pipe, and all of his scales start to glow, and he starts to describe the different. Here it is, and I inscribed it, and then like you see as it glows, and then the smoke, and he rolled a 3. So.
Can I have him use my
Of course you
advantage?
can.
Or my thing?
Inspiration.
Inspiration? That thing?
All right, that was a 9.
Plus 6, so
Plus
15.
6, so 15.
Okay.
It seems like
They're starting to lose interest.
yeah, the king doesn't care about the specifics of Gary's personal spellbook,
Oh, okay.
but the Duke Duck seems like he's like, oh, I'm
Okay,
actually
cool.
kind of interested.
And then, do they seem to be entertained by the blowing of things up so far?
So far,
Okay, so then Lionel before that is going to use bolstering magic, because then I can add a D3 to an ability check.
gotcha.
For the as an action, confirm one of the for 10 minutes. I get it.
Cool.
So I remember that being a thing, and I didn't remember till now. So I'm gonna do that, and then are there any like since we're in like fairy?
Yeah.
Are there any like pretty like gem like rocks around?
You see a rock. There's
Or
a
something
dull
that seems
rock.
like if it was exploded, it would turn into pretty like sparkle confetti.
Rocks would turn into dangerous pebbles if exploded. So definitely not rocks.
No, yeah, all rocks.
Honestly, one of the heart flowers. If you blew up one of the heart flowers,
All right, cool.
it would create like red mist and like flower petals.
Cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab
Alright,
a
cool.
couple. I'm gonna grab some of those
Yeah.
and be like, "Oi, watch this!" I'm gonna jam them into the flump, like mouth. Pumped it.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Okay. $28.
28. That is another 2 people.
2 people, 3 people for 28.
Oh, you're right. 3.
Because 25 is the number.
I forgot that I changed the rules. Yeah. Cool. Ferris.
You are a kind and fair dungeon master.
I do my best.
I don't know. I'll pick. Who was the tiefling? There's like a tiefling. The sexy tiefling lady was Jasper. That was Jasper.
That was Jasper, yeah.
I don't know. Guard number 1.
There's also an old elf dude.
Oh, old elf dude. Let's go for old elf dude.
All right.
There we go. Perception check. Ooh, that is brutal. All right. Here we go. Another 16.
All right, that's another guy. For him, you overcompensate, undershoot. He's a little heavier. And with those 2 failures in a row, not failures, but like off, you get the feeling that this trick has kind of lost its appeal.
That's fair.
And Glint, keep on keeping on.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
If it's working.
Glint got an 11 on the roll this time.
So it's a +4 plus, yeah, so 15.
So that's
Plus
15.
the D4.
She doesn't get the D4. It's just me and choice.
All right, that is 3 guys who get to make the check this turn. Not this turn. That is
4 rounds?
4 rounds done.
We're almost halfway.
Almost halfway there. Choice! No. That is a 26 for choice.
Cool.
Okay, that's 3.
So that's 3. The Alright, the D3 knocked it up another one. Or the D4 knocked it up from 2 to 3. Gary and Lionel.
Okay, hold on.
Gary has now lost everyone but Duke the Duck Deke.
He's gonna change tactic.
Cool. What are you thinking?
So I want him to do mold earth,
Yeah.
which can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on dirt or stone.
Yeah.
You know, patterns, words, whatever.
And that's a cantrip? Or
Yes,
a spell? Cool.
it's a cantrip. So I want him, with his bravado voice, to start kind of regaling, like, I mean, he can, like, bump up the tales a bit or whatever of, like, our adventures. So, like, the whole, like, ghost mystery and, like, all that type of stuff. Or, like, going through Three Oak Pass and all the spooky things we did. And while using mold earth to kind of create, like, dirt puppets to, like, act out
Cool.
the things.
Yeah.
So would that still be Arcana?
Because he's using... Yeah, because he's using his magic to help tell the story, I will let you say that that's Arcana.
That's what I was hoping for. Beautiful bastard.
Ooh, that's a 2 on the roll.
No, Gary, no.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
So that's an 8. Yeah, it seems that, like, the low-key use of like, once he started using, like, cantrips, they're just kind of like, oh, it's just magic. Like, we could do, everyone knows the magic. That seems to be the vibe.
Okay.
Lionel.
That ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, keep blowing stuff up.
Cool. Roll.
I'm gonna start, like, juggling them. And then, like, explode, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or that, or juggle other things.
Goose in the performance.
Toss some up, and then flump, flump, flump.
Hell yeah.
Okay. 21.
21. It's 2 folk.
Alright.
Ferris and Glint.
Alright, what do I want to do here? Let's see. I guess I'll do some kind of, I don't know, I guess like acrobatic-y, gymnastic-y floor routine.
Alright, cool. Give me an acrobatics check.
22.
Alright. So, after they seem unimpressed by your second, off guess,
Yeah.
do you just start just like doing backflips and
Yep.
shit?
Yep.
Awesome.
Over people.
Yeah.
Parkour off of
two.
people.
I think that's a total of 7 people, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I wasn't keeping track.
Yeah. I think it was 3 from Choice, none from Gary, 2 from Lionel, 2 from you.
So Glint.
Yeah.
And Glint got a 12 on the roll.
So she's gonna add a 4.
Alright, so that's another one.
It's only 2. Make a check this time.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
I was gonna say, do we...
Yeah, we're not. I mean, eventually the numbers are just gonna be against us anyway. So.
I was gonna say, if Gary and Glint want to switch up their tactics, since neither of them seem to be doing, like, amazing, do, like, an aerial show or something, or take people, like, the little ones for rides.
There's no little ones here, is there?
There's a duck,
There are small people, but not children.
They're not children.
Yes.
but can they ride?
It's a duck. It can fly.
Like
no,
the little
no, he's like
okay.
the duck version of an Aarakocra.
Oh!
So he is full on your size. Like, he's a 70-pound duck, which is a very heavy duck.
Oh.
And he can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
Well. They did not roll high enough.
Okay.
So, back to the top. Choice with his sweet, sweet drum beats. And that's 5 rounds done. So 9 on the roll. 9 plus 7 is 16. Can I make it to 20? I can't. So one person is distracted by dope drums. Gary, and Lionel. Do you want to do the Lionel check first? Just because we know what Lionel's doing?
Yeah, because he's
Cool.
still doing that.
Yeah.
'Cause why not?
Yeah.
Oh, I got dub 17s. 28.
Alright. That's 3 more distracted.
I want a shenanigan.
Talk to me.
I want Gary to try to use his arcane knowledge to use the Ray of Frost cantrip to create ice statues of the court. If it's too shenanigan-y, you can, yeah.
Honestly, the reason I'm saying no is because I feel like that's the wrong cantrip for it. Like, if you had shape water, then
Fair.
you could shape the water and freeze it, but just to, shoot ice into a sculpture pattern
Yeah.
is way outside of his area. Like, there's no
That's
way to do that.
reasonable.
Yeah.
That's reasonable. I'm thinking. All right.
Honestly, if you want to make statues of the court, you should just use mold earth, because that's what that does.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. So fair. So can you try to do that? Can you try to make life-size
Certainly.
earth statues
Yeah.
of them? That way it's a little less boring than just
Yeah. Cool. So give me an Arcana check. Oh no, I give you Arcana.
You give me Arcana.
17 on the roll, so
Nice.
that is you said you had
24.
a 6, 24, so that is another 2. Ferris,
I guess
give me some dope flips, bruh.
Let's hope for that. 22, 24.
24, that's another 2. And Glint, same thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
That
dancing.
is a 13
All right. She's on the roll.
on the roll.
Plus 4.
17. So how many?
Just 1.
Okay.
That's the 1. That's an out 1. 6 rounds down, 4 to go. Back to the top. Choice. Making sweet, sweet natural 1 music.
Oh boy.
Gary.
Yeah.
Still molding people?
Yeah.
It's a 12 on the roll, you plus 6, you said?
Yes, 18.
So that's 18. That's another person.
Still exploding things in new and exciting ways.
Well, you said you wanted to do the shoot,
Yeah.
flump, flump, flump.
And
You've
then
done 2?
I was gonna say with my athletic background and stuff like that, like discus them out.
You do a full 2 full rotations before you let go.
I want to do a to try to spook whatever wildlife is there. So if birds go fluttering off, and then discus the flump into them.
Dope. Give me an just separately. Give me a quick intimidation check just to see how
I get
scary your stuff
advantage on
is.
those,
Yeah.
right?
I think you just have.
Or is it just proficiency?
You're just proficient because you're a half orc. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a quick d20 just to see, just for funsies.
17.
17. Yeah, there are a bunch of birds.
Let's build them up.
Of all shapes, sizes, colors. You see a rainbow of foliage. Not foliage.
Oh my god!
Feathers. Plumage.
Feather
That's it.
dandruff.
Feather dandruff.
Feather
Feather
drift.
dandruff.
Feather.
Sky dandruff. I got you.
Sky dandruff. Feather confetti. $21.
That is another 2. Oh, yeah. So you throw it up, and with a 21, a good chunk of these birds get poofed. And yeah, a whole
Mess of colorful feathers.
mess of color feathers start kind of fluttering down.
Do I get an ooh? Lovely.
And one bird, and actually, Deke looks horrified. He's like,
You just murdered a bunch of birds in front of a duck man.
Well, he's
Ferris.
enraptured, is he not?
Yeah, and horror.
Listen, as long as they're distracted, man.
Yeah, that's fair. 10, dirty 20.
Dirty 20, so that's another 2. That's 5. And then Glint, same thing.
How many
total.
did Gary that get? Just 1?
2.
You got 2? I got 2.
No, sorry. Gary got none.
Choice got none.
Choice got none. Gary got 1. You got 2.
Okay, and Ferris got 2, so 5.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the roll for Glint.
Plus 4 is 22.
22 is another 2, so that's 7.
So 3.
Over there. Nobody notices.
That
Alright, choice.
was 7 rounds?
That was 7.
We got 3 more of these.
Yep.
Choice. Oof, that's a 3 on the roll. 3 plus 7 is 10. Doesn't matter. You can't get up. 11. Choice is dropping the beat.
Well, he is a monkey.
True. Gary. Same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like each of these turns is him making
Yeah, a different one. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Alright, that's a 9 on the roll.
Plus 6, so
plus 6
15,
is
so
a
he gets
15,
one.
so that's 1.
Keep it on, keep it on.
Mm-hmm.
This time I juggle it like a soccer ball.
Ooh, fancy footwork.
Yeah, and then head it high up in the air and it, like headbutt it away so it explodes.
Cool.
Awesome. $31.
Nice.
This header?
Is nice.
This header is so impressive. Everybody loves it. And that is 4 people distracted.
I got a 24.
24. So that is another
Still flipping.
2 people.
I'm like, what do you do this time?
It is.
Describe your aerial tricks. Are you
Uh,
trapezing from the trees? Are you parkouring off people's heads?
I feel like that would be painful.
Probably.
Probably
so,
not like that.
No, I feel like it's just a gymnastic floor routine. A lot of flips, a lot of cartwheels, handsprings, round-offs, that
Posing.
kind of stuff.
Does Glint get the D4? I forget.
No, she does not.
Alright,
She
well, I got a
does.
17 on the roll.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. It's 21, so that's another 2. Brings it up to 8. With that,
No. We were so close.
one of them says, "Hey, where's the girl?" And that is where we're going to end for tonight, Internet.
Oh no! Where did Gilly go? You were supposed to keep us safe!
Tune in next week for the resolution, the last 2 rounds of this combat. Let's see if Choice can hold concentration for 2 whole rounds.
Alright.
All right. Well, thank you, Internet. We'll see you all next week.
See you next week!